Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back from my existing subscribers. Today I'm going to talk about my experience with the Division 2, and I want to start off this video by saying thank you to Killer V, who provided me a PS4 beta code. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to actually give you guys any feedback as far as the console versions go. Also, because of him, I had registered for the I had registered for the beta before, like back in October, but I didn't get the email before it started. I actually got the email the day of. So it was like 6 p.m. when I got the email, and because he was sending me beta access for PS4, I checked that email again and saw that I was accepted into the beta for the PC version as well. So I'm going to be using mostly PC footage on this one. It might end up being all PC footage depending on what happens with the PS4 content, but I'll give you feedback on both versions of the game. I didn't play the game extensively, so you got to look at it from the perspective that I came in with, which is I finished the PvE version of, or it's all PvE, but the PvE version of Division 1, which is not the Dark Zone. I didn't do much Dark Zone content, and I went into it, with a couple of perceptions, like the enemies were too spongy in the first one and some concepts like that. So let's get started with this video, and I'll give you my feedback. I'll try to keep it to under 5 minutes so that you guys can go on about your day. Let's hit the top points. One very important thing that I want to touch base on is the graphics on this game. This is an absolutely great looking game. From the textures on the grass, especially more so on PC than on PS4. PS4, I played that version second, so I played the PC version, then I played the PS4 version, and there was a clear difference as far as resolution quality. They both were at 1080p on the same monitor, but on PS4 everything looks a little bit muddier, and I have a PS4 Pro. But on PC, everything looks crisp, and just playing with mouse and keyboard on Divisions. The first time I played the Division on a mouse and keyboard, the first time I played was on my Xbox One. So with that, I definitely have to say that the game looks much better, in my opinion, compared to the first one, but it doesn't look different. I remember I put a post on Instagram, somebody was saying that they get to play more Division 1, and to me, it's like, it's the same game. It's another entry in the franchise, so aesthetically, it's going to look similar as far as certain things go. But I do like that they changed the setting, and now that you're in DC, you get that summertime look and everything. The water's kind of got algae in it. It's really cool, and it really sells the environment and the experience that you're supposed to be getting from this game. Touching base on something I mentioned earlier in the video, the enemies in the first game were very spongy. This game, they're still bullet sponges. It's not like you're playing a Call of Duty where like 2 shots or 3 shots will kill somebody. But I do have to say that the enemies in this game, they actually go down. So you can get 2 to 3 kills with 1 magazine of your gun. So that's much better than the first game, in my opinion, especially when you get to the higher levels. Now, granted, you can't use the lower end equipment on higher end enemies, and there are some things that you can add to your gun to make it more powerful. So I definitely recommend doing those. But just from my playthrough, I like the pacing. I like that, like I said, you can kill 2 to 3 enemies with 1 magazine versus like each enemy taking almost a mag, and it's just crazy. That's why when I stopped playing the Division 1, because I was only playing it because I couldn't play multiplayer at the time because my daughter had just been born. But I was only playing it, in sections, like a little bit here, a little bit there. Maybe like do a quick mission here. But my big issue was that towards the middle half of the game and for the rest of the game, everybody was like bullet sponges. So everything you would do as far as damage it felt like it didn't matter, but you saw the enemies going down. And on this game, I was even able to eliminate a boss just by using LMG. So 1 LMG, he just pretty much was eviscerated. So I really like the fact that they brought down the damage. I hope they bring it down a little bit more, but not to the point where they take away the identity of the game and make it not feel like the Division, because I'm not a big Division fan. So if people are here for that experience, you kind of don't want to take away from that. But at the same time, you don't want to have to do like what you did in the first game, like a whole magazine and a half to kill somebody either. Going into the beta, I had some skepticisms about whether or not I'd even want the game, but after playing it a little bit, I have decided pretty much that I'm gonna give this game a shot when it comes out. Either catch it on sale. I know that if you get it through because the Epic Game Store is giving a discount. It's like $50, so they decided to pass the savings on to the customer. So I might end up just getting it through the Epic Game Store or Green Man Gaming, depending whoever has it cheaper. If I can get it for under $40, that'd be amazing. But most of the time they're like $44 or $50. So I'll be pretty much picking this game up when it launches. And you guys be easy. Have a good day. And if you have any comments or anything you want to add to the conversation, then go ahead and put it in the comment section so that anybody that is curious about this game that stumbles upon this video can kind of see it. I'll pin the best comment, so the one that's the most helpful as far as details. So I'll go ahead and pin it as the top comment. You guys be easy.